Fishery, which is run by Ed Matthews and Rob Hells. It's in Shropshire. It's a 26-acre stunning lake. It's got some absolute chunks in it. I think 52 is the biggest, so many 40s, but I don't know totally the numbers. And there must be in excess of about 150 30s. It's just a crazy water. We've got a nice little social in front of us. I'm down with Luke Edwards, who's next peg. Carbon bait lads, all around. We're all prepared, we're all buzzing, we're all looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice session, this one. Check out this little bad boy. Nice one for the week, I must admit. I'm very happy with that. To be honest, that's a trip maker for me. Lovely common, nice dark, black, big, just how we like them. Happy days. Got Chrissy fishing next door to me, who is, man, I'm buzzing for him. £34. Wicked fish, man. You deserve that, bud. You fished bloody well for that, mate. We're halfway through the week, and I've had probably one of the best 20-hour spell of my fishing that I've ever had. I mean, we got to Wednesday, and I was like, right, just getting ready to chuck a couple out long. It had quietened off a bit, so I thought, you know, Wednesday I'll put in a bit. You know, the weather's going to change, it's switching back up the other way. I thought I'll stick a bit of bait in, because the one thing I have done is I've nicked a couple of fish and just haven't felt like I've kept them there. I haven't had enough bait there to keep them there to catch, you know, 2 or 3. So I put in 3 kilos, rested it, come back, gone to chuck out, and literally a carp has just topped down the edge, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing swells, bubbles, another carp, another carp, another carp. I must have had 20 fish at times, just all very close. So yeah, it was quite obvious I was just going to have a little fish for them. So rather than chuck 108 yards, I've just flicked it under the edge. And anyway, I've had probably one of the most exciting 5-hour spell where they were just fizzing, ripping it up. The rod was just huge liners, you know, I was fishing slack line, the tip was bouncing, you think you're in, you know, but they were just liners because they were just aggressively feeding. Now I think, well, I mean, they're actually on like something natural and just ripping up the weed that was, you know, sort of a little bit of silkweed close in. They were just battering it, but I couldn't get a bite, and I was just sort of thinking, oh, you know what, I'm going to just sort myself out and then crack on with some food. Anyway, the rod has just screamed off. And I think in you know, less than 20 hours I've had 5 fish, all underarm flicking them on the Sitch, which was lovely. You know, you could see them, the top in, you know, I've had them under the feet, at the stages. It's just been mental, you know, to the point where I caught my first fish. I thought, oh, the disturbance is done now. And so I've been baiting half-heartedly a spot about 30 yards, just flicking a few boilies with the catapult every now and then. And I've literally chucked the rod out, put it on the deck. I've got 9 boilies in my hand. I've catapulted 3. And just as the last lot hit the water, we just saw a carp. My mate goes, "There's a carp," and it just, next thing I know, it's gone down, and the rod had just screamed off. So I had a double take, and then it's just gone from there. You know, the 5 fish I've had, all sort of, you know, 4 of them were like just flicking it down the edge. I've gone from, you know, it could be the difference between a 4 fish week and 9 fish that I've had now, because I had 5 fish very quickly. So, you know, tactic wise for me, I've kept it reasonably simple. You know, a very small amount of you know, boilie crumb and hemp, you know, 5 or 6 spods or spoms depending on the situation. Fish with a very light spod, 4 or 5 spoms out, 200-300 boilies. You know, that works straight away, but it has, you know, the more pressure in that middle, it has killed it a little bit, you know, and maybe me putting in a little bit too much bait. But you know, eyesight's a wonderful thing. You just can't do much about that. You know, I sort of felt the fish weren't on me. I've got quite a few more nights. I want to make it happen, and so far it's not happened. But luckily they've come in short, and I've nabbed a few. So rig-wise for me, nice and simple. Couple of rigs. You know, it's a nice combi rig. It's a barbless reel here, hook only reel here. So I've had to buy a few different brands. just to see, you know, because I don't often fish with them. And so far 9 fish hooked, 9 fish landed. So yeah, touch wood. I don't end up losing one now, but it's been epic. As it, you know, the 30 common made my week. You know, and that was quite early doors, so you know I could relax. But fishing them under your rod tips, I mean, that was brilliant. You know, we had a 25, a 22, a 20, and you know, and 2 smaller ones. It was just wicked. Not the one. Come around to take a picture for one of the lads and left the tackle box out in the rain in a massive downpour. This coot is so on edge because there are so many fish here.